Maybe.
We got this,
This
no
was
problem.
a big 20 game, so we know a little bit about it at the very least.
Sure, and we both played through this game. We've had this on SGL before. There's just a lot of really good gameplay in this. This is one I would certainly recommend. I mean, just great looking game, and it's really fun to play. It's a pretty responsive platformer. You get these different suits that you can get into. You feed candy to these monsters, and you can, I guess, jump down their throats and control their bodies. It's a little gruesome, but yeah, the point of each of these levels is you have to collect a certain number of keys. You see that key counter right there? It's just basically go around and explore, try to get to all the keys. Switch to the mole suit, let you do some digging. There we go, more keys. You can switch out of the suits anytime, but you can't go back again. Some nice little damage boosts. Frog suit is nice because you move quickly when you're jumping. You get more horizontal speed, but slower when you're walking. And those nice big jumps are helpful. There we go, 6 keys gets you through the door.
Yeah, I don't think you know how many keys you need until you get to the end, so it can be kind of a bummer on your first time playing through.
Yeah, some of them are kind of well hidden. The suits are set up so you need one animal suit to get to the next one, to get to the next one, to get to the next one, and you're supposed to be collecting keys along the way. And if you don't get the sequence figured out, sometimes you'll miss a key and just not know where the heck to find it. Another text skip, he's using pause buffering to get by it there. The text is triggered by you standing on the ground in a certain spot. And so they're able to bypass that little intro text that the forest creature says to you.
I feel like it's still not easy with the pause buffering, though.
No,
right?
it's not. Like, that was pretty impressive getting it even with the pause buffering, yeah.
We got this monkey suit, lots of health, and some punch attacks, climbing ability.
Yeah, it's the first suit that you get that actually can attack things. This is mostly a pretty pacifist game. But we'll be
Except
getting
for all the things that you dominate and ride around the level.
It's like a much more disturbing kind of violence in this game. But there's the bee. He gets a certain number of pumps before, or a certain amount of time after activating his... I don't know if it's the number of pumps or the amount of time, but at some point his flight runs out. It's not just unlimited flight.
Yeah, so like you have to match for the bee.
Yeah, Ninjua knows. Hey, Ninjua.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey.
And he's doing a death warp there. Saves a couple of seconds.
It's actually pretty hard to throw these candies. They have this arc to them. Really awkward to hit things that are right in front of you.
They usually use it to stop enemies as well.
Yeah, that stun is really helpful. You put it to good use there. Alright, 2 little sequences down. This is based on a comic that's...
favorite stage coming up.
Oh yeah? Let's see it.
The damn train.
Yep.
Oh right.
This is the
world's hardest auto-scroller.
It's a pretty tough auto-scroller, and it's just like being in the beginning of the speedrun, just rather frustrating to run this game, I would think.
Yeah, definitely. There's of course no checkpoints.
Nope.
If you die at the very end, you start all over.
Yep. You also have to collect a certain number of keys, and you can pass those keys. They give you some extra keys on this level. There's more than what you need to get in the door at the end, but if you pass too many, too bad.
Yeah, there's a bunch extra on this stage, so you shouldn't have any troubles.
Not with keys, anyway. Some of these planes and some of these platforms might catch him up.
And apparently there is a safe spot, but I'm not convinced it works. So I always die anyway. like in the middle of the train.
Yeah, he's moving with like some purpose. It looks like.
The
funning
trains
around a
can
little
never
bit.
hit you if you stand in a certain spot.
Yeah, it looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Havoc is really good at this game. I think he has had the record for a very long time.
I feel like he ran this last year for the marathon,
Yeah,
so at least 1 year. And this was a big 20 game too, so a lot of people got their hands on this game.
yeah, it's a really fun game. Can be pretty hard casually though, especially the last stages, the nightmare stages. Yeah, he hasn't taken a single hit, so just cruising through the stage.
Yeah, he knows just how to fake these planes out. And these, yeah, these balloons.
And you see the extra keys, it's just walking past them.
I don't get these cutscenes in between levels. It's like Nemo's like, sometimes he's in bed and she's like, get out of bed, and sometimes he's out of bed and she's like, get in the bed. Like
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Nemo just can't get it right.
There we go, another nice text skip.
Yep.
I like this, the crab. This is one of my favorites.
He gets the little
drilling
hat.
crab.
I mean, that hat probably came from the crab's body, so it loses its charm when you think about that. But otherwise, it's cute.
Did you know that you can actually sip in this game? That all the sips are useless because you can only sip to the left,
That's too bad.
which is very unfortunate.
So it only really gets used in Nemo randomizer.
Exactly.
You
Just
joke.
imagine if you could sip to the right in this game. It would have been amazing.
It would have been a totally different run.
Exactly.
That's weird though, because zips always work because games are always trying to. They basically check to see if the player's inside the wall, and then if they see, oh, he's in the wall, it says,
Yeah.
well, put him outside the wall then, get him out of there. So it ejects them, and it usually makes sense to.
Yeah, it's pretty
eject
weird.
them to the right. Well, I guess it's because you're usually facing left to activate the zip. But yeah, usually it'll go right instead of left.
Yeah, and this is a Capcom game, so it's weird that this one little change just makes all sips useless.
Alright, another level down.
Very smooth.
See, look, he's just.
He's just laying there. He's getting
But he
out.
is in bed. Like, see, like he can't. Whatever. She's just like she's so critical. She'll find anything. I assume it's his mom yelling at him.
Another text skip, this is the easiest one, the one at the start. As long as you jump really fast at the start, you'll skip the text from the first guy. And yeah, this is a very long and difficult stage, casually and a speedrun. So this is a pretty big skip coming up down here. I believe it's 1 frame. See if we can get it.
Ooh.
He didn't go for it, or missed it.
Yeah, it skips having to get this lizard, and you take this lizard to get a bee, and then you take the bee to fly back out. But
Yeah, exactly. So it's a decent chunk of time.
The way the level's laid out, I mean, there's that skip, but otherwise the level is kind of. It's open-ended, sort of. There's really only one path to kind of get through the whole thing. So a death at some point is actually really costly because you go back to the start and it means you actually need to follow most of that path all the way to get back to where you were.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So you have to go down to the basement again.
Yeah, getting the bee is the only way you can get off the top of the screen. Like, you can get up, I believe you can get up into the ceiling here with the frog, but...
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you can't?
I'm not sure, actually.
But going off the top of the screen here, flying off the top of the screen, you definitely can't do. And that's important not just to get that key, but to get the hammer mouse, which you need to break the blocks. So there is a sequence that's sort of imposed by the different abilities of the characters here.
Yep.
So they need to find some way to zip into the ceiling there, get early hammer mouse. That's cool he's getting this with the bee. I always use the frog for this key.
Yeah, same.
He's got to keep setting down to reset his flight timer.
Yeah, the flight is pretty limited.
Hitboxes on these falling anvil things are pretty rude.
Yeah, they're giant squares, like in most Capcom NES games.
Right, they're bigger than they look.
Yeah, definitely. Gotta take shortcuts to make games go fast.
And there we go, all
Yeah,
this...
The hammer is very strange too, so it's not as easy to hit the blocks as Havoc makes it seem.
Right.
The plate monkey is the real final boss of this game.
Yeah, because by this point you have so little health left. Yeah, what a jerk.
I've seen many people just die there. Very nice stage.
Nemo once again getting shamed for having sleep disorders.
Maybe it's time to read the book. Figure out why he's always going to sleep. That was a lot of jumps to get that tech skip. This stage is a bit interesting since you have these pretty long auto-scrolling sections.
Yeah, it's certainly testing whether you've mastered this flight timer of the bee. Like, if you haven't figured that out. That's like the one skill it's testing here. If you haven't figured that out, you're screwed.
If you mess up landing, you're so dead.
Exactly, yeah.
If you go too far on the right, when you get to the top, you can't scroll the screen, so that's why I went to the middle of the screen.
Oh, that's a
You
neat
drop
little...
down there.
Wow.
Skip. And you have to change back to Nemo there, otherwise you can't jump up to the platform. And yeah, you saw it through the candy on the enemy. That enemy will follow you to the end of time, otherwise. Love the music in this game, it's so good. Oh, that was scary. Another pretty big and difficult stage. Gotta find all the keys.
Yeah, with distractingly good music.
Mm-hmm. So
And distractingly upside down graphics. Even like the shadows are all going the wrong way.
yeah. I think the second key is the most easy one to miss because it's like under the stage at the start. At least the one I used to miss a lot. And here the enemies are very annoying. If you're not fast enough, you will get hit multiple times. But Havoc just goes through very fast. Even doing a jump to manipulate the spawning things, because they're that annoying. Really nice that the bee can shoot and really get rid of enemies easily that way.
Yeah, it is nice to have a projectile weapon, because you don't have anything like that at all. Well, I mean, your candies have such a short range until you get the...
Most other enemies have limited weapons, so...
Right. But pretty soon we're going to get the magic rod right here. How long is this cutscene?
It's like 3 minutes or something.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Pretty long.
Yeah.
It's a lot longer in the American version. At least we get to know the story of the game about Morpheus.
Kidnapped.
Yeah. What's Nightmare Land? Oh, I hate Nightmare Land. It is so difficult.
This writing's actually like halfway decent, especially for an NES game.
Yeah, well, it's based on the book, so... I'm not sure how accurate it is. So I've actually not read the book or seen the movie.
The only problem is it ends up being a little wordy for 20 characters at a time on screen.
Yeah, slightly slow pace. Yeah, this is why I joke around the Japanese version, not the American. So, cuts like a minute or so. Going into the final 3 stages, the nightmare stages, they are very difficult, but Havoc is really good at this game, so I don't expect any troubles. And the music is awesome in these stages.
Yeah, this one would always get requested on Rainwave when we would use that.
For sure. There's the first boss, the penguin. Depending on where you stand, you might do 0 damage. It's like every 3rd pixel or something.
Yeah, I remember there was something really weird about this boss. That was it.
I have a picture somewhere that shows. It's really dumb.
And you move every time you fire too, so you can't just stay in one spot.
It's random which spot he stands in, but that's pretty good. You got it.
Yeah, that fight can go on a lot longer if you get unlucky.
Yeah, absolutely. And this doing like a little trick Vison found, which is a boost with the staff. You have like after 3 frames, after you shoot, you have to jump. So it's very weird timing, awkward timing, and then you get like a huge boost backwards.
Yeah, 3 frames, that is pretty awkward.
It's pretty strict too.
Almost like a Mega Man A trigger zip.
Getting the boost there, it's basically it's very, very difficult to get that.
You got it first try like it was nothing.
Yeah. And you're not supposed to have the lizard hair, so spikes don't hit you. Makes this section really fast. Oh, very nice staff boost there.
Wow, that was like a hyper extended staff slide.
Yeah, it's a little different when you stand on edge. I think it's easier. Can't remember the details, but I believe the pattern for this guy is the same every time, so it's a little different on the Japanese and American version. They got it. Really nice fight there. Going into the final stage. They're also pretty huge. Just trying to get some back boosts there. You got 1 at least. Nice. Yeah, you can save a lot of times, and the task should be redone. It doesn't have the boost that Vison found. You could save a ton of time. But yeah, this stage had a pretty huge zip, but you can't actually get up because you have to mash at like 20 hertz or something with the B to get up, like the task. It's very unfortunate.
I mean, those
Maybe
boosts are really solid.
Yeah. Come on, grab the ledge. Let's see if he can, if he's gonna despawn the... Yeah, he despawned the crushers using the enemy there. The 3 crushers were completely gone. Oh, this is the spot where you can mash up with the B if you're Taz. But he has to grab the rat here. Doing a few more boosts. Nice.
We can see the big bad in the background there.
Yeah.
Just walking past him. See ya.
Should be fine though. I think there's a health down there. Yep. Going into the final boss. This boss is not too difficult. Just have to react. Getting in a lot of good hits there. That little blob that's going back and forth is a bit random, so... Oh, that was a great fight.
Wow,
for that
yeah.
time.
Pretty much perfect.
That was an awesome fight. Sure, what was the time? 24... Really nice run, really solid run. Not a lot of mistakes.
I don't know how much cutscene there is for the ending. After
It's
that
not
one in
too
the
long.
middle, it probably kind of long.
It's not too bad, I think.
Not too. All right, we'll watch it.
Yeah, I think we're ready for the next game as well. So thanks to have a really nice run.
Yeah, very very quietly, just completely nailing it here.
Yeah,
On
absolutely.
Best of NES 2016. That's what you're watching. Marathon of world record holders playing their games for you. We're going to take a break from that, though, to have a bit of fun. Because technical difficulties resolved, D-Tysonator is ready to start the D-Tysonator show. So we are going to throw it over to him. He's going to have the floor for the next hour or so. It's going to be great. So stay tuned, everyone.